In this video, we're going to be talking about 5 YouTube growth strategies for getting more subscribers on YouTube this year. Plus, we're going to be doing a giveaway and have some really cool announcements as well because we're celebrating crossing over 500,000 subscribers here on Think Media. But hey, if you're just joining or we're just meeting, my name is Sean Cannell and my passion is helping people with the best tips and tools for building their influence with online video. And today we're going to be doing a training in celebration of a big milestone on the journey of Think Media. So if you're new here, welcome to the journey, welcome to the community. If you've been here for a while, thanks so much for being here. And so what's up, the Ryan TV? What's up, Sabi? What's up, Nicole? Guys, thanks so much. Dalton, thanks for being here. Tyler, great to see you guys. We're celebrating 500,000 subscribers on Think Media, and we're going to get into some serious tactics today, plus do some Q&A, and I got some really cool announcements for this stream. Well, hey, we have a training that we're going to be diving into, talking about 5 strategies for growing your YouTube subscribers, and then we'll also do some Q&A and get to some of those other things. But again, if we're just meeting, my passion is helping you build your influence with video, and that's what we do on this channel. I run another channel called Video Influencers, and today we're celebrating 500,000 subscribers. So I want to thank you. If you've been here for a while, if you've been a part of this journey, in fact, let me know in the comments, when did you join or subscribe to the Think Media community? If you've been here for a while, I'd love to hear from you to see how long we've been on this journey. But wanted to kind of put together a training of some of the lessons that I've learned and share those with you, but also spend some time just kind of vibing, connecting with you guys, and also thanking you, right? So we're going to get into the training. Here's a quick agenda. We're also having a special giveaway that we'll be doing, and then there's a special free masterclass that's coming up, a new one, so we'll talk about that, and then we'll also dive into Q&A. So I hope you're ready. You know, shut out distractions. I know that you might want to click away to another video or something. Don't, because there's some really good training in this you're going to want to stick around for. And then sharing is caring, right? So maybe you can spread the word, hit the share button, let somebody know who's trying to build their influence with YouTube about this training on your favorite social media platform, and we'll do that. Thanks so much for the congrats, guys. Super grateful for you guys to be here. Okay, so we're going to jump into this, but actually before we get into the tips, I have kind of a pre-tip, and it's kind of based off this quote. The great Steve Jobs, the late Steve Jobs, said this: overnight success stories take a long time. You know, I think a lot of us in our current generation with such, like, we got our phones instantly, you can get your food instantly with like Uber Eats, you can get your stuff instantly with Amazon Prime Now. It's such a like fast-paced world that there's this promise of overnight success is really attractive, but the reality is overnight success is kind of a myth. There's nobody, even though the overnight success might be a moment when something happens, this moment happened, we hit 500,000 subscribers. It was not overnight, I'll tell you that much. A lot of nights went in before 500,000 subscribers. And so I just kind of wanted to share a little bit of just my story, just a quick recap, so you can kind of know where I came from to kind of put it in perspective, like what it really takes, right? The stuff that takes time. So I'm originally from, maybe you've heard of Seattle before, Washington State, kind of famous for like Starbucks, Microsoft, Nirvana, Macklemore, Amazon, right? All of those things definitely known in that Seattle area. But actually the truth is, I didn't grow up in Seattle. I grew up in a small town that really nobody knows about called Arlington, Washington, right? The country, and there's me in a tree, as you do, because what else do you do when you live in the country? Climb trees, right? I actually grew up literally on a farm. I had horses, I had like goats, and yeah, you know what I mean? And what's funny too is today, like, I'm doing media. I guess I'm in new media, so I'm on YouTube, I'm doing video. But really, I didn't grow up with any connections in the industry. I didn't know anyone in LA. I didn't know anybody in Hollywood. Nobody in my family were actors or in the media industry. And so literally what's so amazing, and one of the reasons why I wanted to share kind of where I come from, and, you know, kind of a middle-class family growing up Arlington, Washington, and is that YouTube levels the playing field, right? The internet and YouTube make it possible that it doesn't matter if you have the right connections in Hollywood. It doesn't matter if you know the right person that can like promote you or put you on. No one needs to come and promote you. You can build your influence from wherever you are and nobody is stopping you. I need you to hear that, because this all started because I had a dream, and I definitely didn't have the clarity that I had now, but I thought there's something happening here with the internet, social media, YouTube. I want to go all in on this. I want to figure this out. And that's what I did. And I did it from a small town. Eventually, we moved a little bit more south, like barely a few minutes, to Marysville. Still, rural community, not hipster, not entrepreneur, nobody with like doing crazy stuff. But what's so amazing is because of the internet. It doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter, even really what your resources are. What matters is your resourcefulness. And so that was my background. And then from there, 2003, I started volunteering in my local church. So that's how I got involved in video. So we're looking, it's 2018 right now. 15 years ago, I started doing videos, but you know what? Your first videos will always be your worst videos, right? And so I think about that because overnight success takes a really long time, right? And so I was practicing, I was putting in the work, I was figuring things out. And eventually I was working at Red Robin, I was doing local videos for my church. And in 2009, I started a video production business. So now behind the camera, I started doing a lot of different video production, Phil Smart Mercedes, the YMCA, a couple cool projects. By the way, you can actually check out this YouTube channel. It's still out there. And it was more like my portfolio where I just uploaded videos and things like that. And then Think Media started at the end of 2010. And some of you may have seen this before, but if you will, can I take you back on a dreamscape experience to one of my first videos? And by the way, keep in mind, this isn't even close to my first video, because I started in 2003. I was doing church video announcements, all kinds of stuff. But this is one of my first YouTube videos. And without further ado, let's check it out.
All right, so this is, I guess, the first Sean Thinks vlog, and I'm going to try to vlog every single day, mainly so I can remember what I'm even doing and what's going on, because I just feel like I have a lot that I'm thinking about, and I figured, hey, why not share it? And if you find something interesting, that's awesome. Now, this is definitely as real as it gets, so I'm not going to try to be energetic or entertaining, though maybe sometimes I will. But anyways,
There we go. Okay. I'm back. I think the audio should be back. Sorry for the audio. Sean Cano, everybody. Think Media TV. Guess what? Done is better than perfect. Right? So there you go. Look, we're talking about the point of done is better than perfect and start before you're ready. And there you go. So sorry for that. But hey, we're back with this live stream, live training. And we just watched this video, right? So you saw that. And that the point is, I'm so glad I started, right? And that even at 500,000 subscribers, you still make mistakes. But if you start, you can never actually have success unless you start. And you actually step out there and you put out stuff that doesn't have audio work for 20 seconds when you're live and you break those rules, right? And so I think about that, and what was I even thinking here, right? Like the sheet's not put up, like what's going on in the background, I'm not going to be energetic or entertaining like crazy. But I started, and so I want to encourage you to start before you're ready, to punch perfectionism in the face and to just get started. And I love this quote from Robert Kohler that says, success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out. And that's what I've been trying to think about for the whole journey. Like from the beginning, I've just thought, okay, what's the small thing I could do today? Because if a whole bunch of little small things add up to be big things, right? A lot of small moves can add up to big impact, but it's doing it daily. And I've been trying to do it daily since 2003. I've been trying to do it daily since I've had other jobs and other situations and other life pressures and other issues. But I thought that as I stack up small efforts, they can add up to a big impact. So I got a question for you. How long have you been on YouTube, right? And how many videos have you posted? Because it's not just the length of time, but it's also the amount of content you can put up. And there's not really a right or wrong answer to that. But again, if you're like 6 months into this and you're like, why isn't this happening yet? Bro, you're further than me. Sis, you're probably way out better than me. 6 months? Like, this takes time, right? And how many videos have you posted though? Because one of my goals was to post as many videos as I could, because I just learned that every time I post a video or I work on a video, I learn a little bit more about editing. I learn a little bit more about posting, about communicating, whatever it is. And so different people, C. James says 8 months, 52 videos. That's a rad schedule. 5 years, 200 videos. Fabinia says, I hope I said your name right? I've been on 3 months and about 39 videos. So people have been on different times. I think Fabinia, right? Again, I'm probably saying your name wrong, but after 5 years, I'm sure after 200 videos, your 201st video is a lot better than your first one. Like, this is obvious, but this is one of the things I really want to encourage you with, is that, again, there's so much that you learn in the process, and great things take time. And so keep posting, keep working at it, start before you're ready, and let's dive in to these 5 YouTube growth strategies with the actual audio working. Here we go. Tip number 1, clarity. Clarity. This is a lesson that I've learned and I've been learning, that clarity is power, that the greater your clarity, the greater success you'll have on YouTube. So this is actually my Sean Thinks channel, not my Think Media channel. And this, what was nice is, I also like to say, I didn't even bring it up, that I have about 3 YouTube channels that didn't really break through. And these days I've got about 2 that work. Video Influencers, Think Media. So even that is a great sign to the fact that experimentation, things take time. Maybe the YouTube channel you're working on right now, even if it never breaks through and is massively successful, it could still be a major piece of your journey, because you're learning all these lessons. What you're learning right now on YouTube could lead you to where you're ultimately finding that perfect, niche topic. You find your vibe. Does that make sense? And so, for instance, this channel is kind of sitting dormant mostly on YouTube right now, but it lacked clarity. I mean, here's a song of a friend that was playing a little concert. Then we started vlogging for a while. Over here, we were just ziplining through Las Vegas. I mean, just random stuff like promos. It was all over the place. There's a little health fitness thing going on in there. But let me ask you, does that look like your YouTube channel? Is it all over the place, your YouTube channel? Is it like a vlog and a thing, and it's about this, and then it's about that thing, and then it's about this? If it's all over the place and doesn't have any clarity, it might not have very much power. It might not have very much influence. Clarity is power. And what I found is that you want to clarify things like, who are you? Like, who are you? And I don't mean who are you like in life. That's a whole nother conversation. Who are you on YouTube? Like, what is your niche? For instance, I help people build their influence with video. It took me a long time to narrow down my tagline to that. But who are you? Like, who are you online? By the way, who am I? I'm a lot of things. I'm a husband. I'm a runner. I'm a man. Yeah, you know what I mean? But like, a lot of times there's a lot of men in the world. Is there not? There's a lot of runners in the world. There's a lot of husbands in the world. And sometimes when I see people's Twitter bios, though, I see their Instagram bios or their social media about page, they're like, I'm just a creative person, you know, and sometimes I'm running and sometimes I'm shopping and sometimes I'm cooking. You know what I'm saying? But like, and you're like, all right, okay, cool. But like, yeah, I have a lot of hobbies and interests too. But like, who are you in relation to this YouTube channel? How clear is that? And how clear are you? Now, keep in mind, this process takes time. I wish I could say that like, and because you're following our stuff, boom, clarity can come in an instant. I don't think clarity comes in an instant for anybody, but I think it can come a lot faster if you follow training like ours, because I'm just trying to help you go further faster, trying to shave months, years off your learning curve so it doesn't take you 15 years to build your influence on YouTube, but it can take you maybe 15 months. I really believe that could be true. Still takes time, but with the right tips and strategies. So who are you? How do you help people? How do you help people? That would be like, I help people build their influence with online video. If you want to write this down, write a sentence. I help blank do blank, and maybe even add another one, blank. I help millennial moms make side income online part-time, you know, or in less than 10 hours a week. My gosh, that was a clear statement. I help, you know, like, who's your target audience, how you help them, and maybe like even more details about it, right? Other things. Who is your target audience? If you try and reach everybody, you end up reaching nobody. I remember early on YouTube, I was like, I want to be followed by everyone. If you're following a big vlogger, you know, fill in the blank, whoever you follow, or a big YouTuber, a lot of the lessons you actually can learn from the biggest YouTubers won't help most people on YouTube, because a lot of them are just super talented, or they had great timing, or they had this. So you might say, well, their content's for everybody. That's fine for their content. Trust me or don't trust me, but I have your best interests in mind. I want you to win. I want you to succeed. You want a clear, specific target audience. If your target audience is 7 billion people on planet Earth, you're going to lose. Here's what's interesting. When you narrow down your audience, you actually can reach further. So who's your target audience? Like, we're not helping, personally. I don't help people with podcasting. What do I know about podcasting? I don't help people with cooking. I don't know. I don't know if I help people with entertainment. That's not the point of the channel. Think media is not there to entertain you. Maybe edutainment. I try to be entertaining while being educational, but this is an educational channel. Who is your target audience? Let me know in the comments section. Who is your target audience? What value do you deliver on YouTube? By the way, if you don't have answers to this question, the point of this training is 5 tips for helping you get more subscribers. If you don't have answers to these questions, it could be why you're not growing that fast. Because if you know exactly who you are in relation to YouTube, how you help people, who your target audience is, exactly what value you are promising to deliver to that target audience on a regular basis, you're going to be ahead of 99% of creators. Because 99% of creators are still confused. It's fine to be confused, but it could be why you're not breaking through. Clarity is power. And what is your end goal? One of the best questions you could possibly ask. Where do I want this to end up? How many subscribers would I ultimately want this to grow to? Do I want to do this full-time or part-time? Do I want to make money from this or do it as a hobby? What would I like to build? What would be also after? Is it just about YouTube? Do you just want to be a YouTuber? Do you want to build a business? Do you want to build products eventually? Would you like to have merch someday? Like, thinking through this will help you model all of your behaviors and your actions better. Like, you'll be smarter, you'll make smarter moves, smarter actions once you have clarity, right? Clarity. Clarity is power. Tip number 2, these are things I've learned that'll help you get subscribers on your journey on YouTube, that I've learned on a journey to 500,000 subscribers. And tip number 2 is consistency. But you might be like, Sean, come on, bro. Every YouTube trainer, like, I've heard this a billion times. Hang on. Let's go a little bit different direction with it. Consistency. Consistency. What I simply mean by consistency, one, is just the brute sheer force will of sticking this out over a long time. This is a screenshot, right, of how to build an HD video editing machine from 7 years ago. That's what I mean by consistency. You got to keep showing up, but you got to keep showing up for years. Have you wrapped your mindset around the long haul of this? If you're into YouTube to give it like a couple months and see if it works, you're not giving yourself enough time. You want to be consistently building your influence on YouTube over a long period of time. YouTube is a marathon, not a sprint. And so these days, I've done a couple new video PC builds. One just came out maybe a week or a month or two ago. 7 years ago, I was doing this stuff. And by the way, this video was shot on a Droid X mounted to my dashboard, the shakiest, sketchiest, weirdest video ever. My dog Sophie's jumping all over the car. But look, it's still got like almost 10,000 views over 7 years. Why? You got to show up and then keep showing up. Sean, it's real basic. Yeah, you need the basics. Sean, this is common sense. Sometimes common sense is not common practice. You just got to do it, right? And then here's what consistency could look like though. Because I want to be empathetic. Like you need to see every season. One of the things you probably don't want to compare yourself to when it comes to consistency is somebody else on YouTube. My friend Roberto Blake, he does YouTube for full time. My friend Tim or Sonny or Daryl, they all do YouTube full time, or they have other businesses, but they're like completely full time. They don't have other jobs. YouTubers that do it full time, you don't want to compare yourself to them. Of course, they're going to be more consistent than you. You're in a season where you're working 10 jobs, raising 10 kids, trying to get out of $10,000 in debt. You're trying, you know what I mean? It's all these tens. But you're trying to grow your influence. Like, you got to be practical for the season you're in. So here's what I wanted to share with you as it pertains to consistency. Here's Think Media. This was 5 years ago. This is one line. I just took a screenshot of videos. I want to show you when these videos actually came out. Now, by the way, these videos did pretty well, right? They're 4 years old, like really old. This one came out on March 16th, 2013. The next time I was able to upload. Okay, when this video was coming out, I was, doing something. I was working at a church, living in Las Vegas. I had a full-time job. I had freelance clients as well, a little bit on the side. And then I was also trying to do YouTube. So it was a side hustle. Maybe you can relate to that. So because of that season, the next time I was able to upload a video was May 9th. So March, April, May. So it's like 2 months later. Got it? And then the next time I uploaded a video to Think Media was July 22nd. Okay? And then the next time was August 19th. Like, this is not seeming, it's not weekly, not even close, right? And then the next time was like March 25th, 2014. My gosh. What's the point? Still grew. We just crossed 500,000 subscribers. Still grew in the side hustle season enough to eventually kind of go full-time solo. So what's the point of consistency? Well, what I want to share is that you just want to have the brute force to do the best you can. Get up a solid video as much as you can. If you can only do once a month, do it. If you can only do not that much, do it. Just do your best. But here's the punchline. By the way, and what's interesting though was because of focusing on strategy, this video has 250,000 views. So the thing about consistency though is I wanted to actually value, let me get to this, I'll show you. This one got 120,000 views. On YouTube, this is my opinion, but I think it's pretty backed up. Quality is greater than quantity. Quality is greater than quantity. So during that time where I was uploading one video every couple months, as you saw, they still had good views. Why? They were quality content. I wanted to not just put something out. I wanted to put something good out. I wanted it to rank in search. We can talk about that later. But I was focusing on ranking because if it ranked in search, it would keep getting views even if I couldn't upload more videos. Make sense? So my thinking of optimizing videos, putting out evergreen videos too. These were not hey, here's your video of the week. I wasn't doing a video every week. I wanted to focus on quality over quantity. Well, Sean, isn't quantity important too? Yes, but I don't believe at the compromise or sacrifice of quality. I think that quality trumps quantity. Because especially these days, people are trying to like run on this treadmill of putting out so much content. And if it's not good, it's just not going to break through. I would much rather put out a lot less content of higher quality that can last, rank, and be evergreen and get views, subscribers, and growth for weeks, months, and years to come than to only put out like rushed videos trying to like be on this treadmill of quantity. So if you can prioritize quality. And that's what, just to kind of go a little bit deeper on here. So this is what I was thinking. I was like, okay, let me get this to rank. It got 250,000 views. So I would get views and growth on my channel even when I didn't upload new videos. Same thing. These were all in a row, like quality videos, doing the best I could. Subscribers at this time, maybe under 10,000, by the way. So probably under 10,000 subscribers. And just kind of going for it. So we could talk. We'll do Q&A in just a little bit. Tip number 3, content. Content. What do I mean? Content is king. If you want to get subscribers on YouTube, what are the secrets that I've learned about getting subscribers on YouTube? That it's all about the content. At the end of the day, yes, you need to master titles and thumbnails and editing and tactics and sharing on social and all this other stuff. But it starts with the good content. And here's actually what I mean in particular is when you think of your content, just think about making it better every time. So Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson said this: success isn't overnight, right on theme with our message here. It's when every day you get a little bit better than the day before. It all adds up. So again, 7 years ago, I'm in the car, Droid X, talking about how to build a PC that edits HD video. 7 years later, now we got 4K in an office and we got cameras and we're talking about how to build a 4K PC. So like, it's funny because in one sense, not a lot has even changed, but I've always thought, how can it get a little bit better? Production value, just a little bit better. Content value, a little bit better. Being able to communicate on camera, a little bit better. How can I just level up a little at a time? Every time I upload, I don't want to just upload a video that was just as good as yesterday. I just want to make it a little bit better than yesterday. And then when every day you get a little bit better than the day before, it all adds up. You do that for long enough time, then you can make a lot of progress. So my question is, what skills do you need to work on to, I can fix this in real time too, just get ready. What skills do I need to learn, study, and practice? Let me know in the comments. What skills, be honest too. What skills like are you not that good at? I mean, if you suck at design, can we just be honest? Like maybe you're bad at design. You just don't know how to use like Canva or Photoshop yet. Can we talk about self-awareness? Like why? We're not going to try to flatter anybody. If you're not good, you're not good. You can get better. There is proof, like it is a myth that our talents are fixed. There's a book called Mindset, Carolyn Duckworth. It disproved the fact that like people are just born with it or not. They're not born with it or not. People grow. Michael Jordan didn't make his high school basketball team. He kept working, eventually in the NBA. People who constantly didn't have the skills, learn the skills. So you can learn. I think having a confidence that you might not have the skills today, and the self-awareness to say, I don't have the skills today, but then the confidence to say, I can learn the skills, right? And by the way, you still want to play to your strengths. Not everyone is going to be great at everything. Like I'm clearly not starting a violin channel like that. I'm Lindsey Sterling because I don't play violin. Guess what though? If I practice violin for the next 15 years, I'd probably be pretty dang good at violin after 15 years of practice. You know what I mean? So you can level up your skills. And in particular, there's so many different things to learn when it comes to YouTube. I want to encourage you to one by one be thinking about the skills you need to uplight. So, you know, Natalie's saying tagging's difficult. I want to learn tagging. Let's see. Thumbnails, Donna says I'm clueless on. You know, Mr. Schnack says not having a niche. So we know that there's these different skills. Not only identify those skills, but then block time. Get a book about it. Go to the library about it. Research YouTube videos about it. Watch blog posts about it. Buy a digital course about it. Like constantly learning. YouTube is such a crazy place because really, when I think about creating YouTube content, I liken it and compare it to the credits of a movie. Think about your favorite movie. In fact, tell me in the comments, what is your favorite movie? One of my favorite movies is, I'm hedging. I'm like, what are my favorite movies? One of my favorite movies is Braveheart, being Irish, right? And you could trace my clan, the MacArthur clan, back to fighting alongside William Wallace, right? So, Braveheart. At the end, what do you see? You see the actors, you see the cameramen, you see the graphics people, you see the script writers, you see the marketing. You know what I mean? There's like thousands of names. Now, obviously on YouTube, we're doing things a lot simpler, but like on YouTube, you're everything. Like you're the director and you're the, you know what I mean? Like imagine if we rolled credits at the end of our YouTube videos. We should. How funny would that be? It'd be like really meta, like director, Sean Cannell. Actor, like lead talent, Sean Cannell. Thumbnail designer, Sean Cannell. You know what I mean? Like title marketing expert or marketer, title writer, Sean Cannell. Like you're everything. That's a lot of skills to learn. So it takes time. So committing, what's this just journey to 500,000? I mean, 7 years ago, 8 years ago, 2010, I'm like, man, I got to learn skills. 2003, I was like, man, I got to learn skills. So I volunteered at a church and I interned so I could learn skills. There's a lot to learn. And when I think of, these are just a couple of them, on-camera skills, video SEO. By the way, I've seen your guys' favorite movies. I would definitely come back and vibe with you guys in the chat as well soon. Video SEO, how to write good titles, branding. I mean, like people devote their whole life to that. Teaching skills. If you have a teaching channel, like actually learning how to teach well, like structured teaching, structured training, social media, promote your content out. YouTube features. How do you actually use YouTube? Like cards, end cards, analytics, titles, tags. I mean, there's so much. Editing, video editing, right? Marketing, like best practices of marketing, email marketing, design and skills. I hope that I didn't just overwhelm you. Although you might be like, my gosh. And that's like not even all of them, right? Those are some big ones. What's my point? My point is one of what I've learned is that if you want to get more subscribers and get more views on YouTube, you got to level up your skills. But here's the thing, that's not going to happen overnight. So you got to just be committed to lifelong learning. And by the way, I'm preaching to the choir, man. Come on, this is the Think Media community right here. You're watching a video about leveling up your skills. So clearly you're already doing this, but I want to put a little more fuel in your fire to just encourage you to identify the next set of skills that'll help you the most. And then to intentionally pursue developing those skills at a high level. Like to put yourself in situations where you challenge yourself. You know, one thing I think every YouTuber could benefit from, anyone who's on camera, like you should go to local Toastmasters events. Look Toastmasters up. It's local speaking events where they teach you how to speak. Like what people don't realize too is eventually as I got better on camera, they didn't realize that I was communicating at church on stage in front of people. Public speaking, it's scary. And I was going up there, scared to death, stumbling, saying a lot, making mistakes. And I was doing that over and over and over again. Well, that directly influenced my video. So I also try to think, how can I design my life? I wanted to work in jobs that would level up my skills. I wanted to work on freelance projects that would level up my skills. I wanted to go to you know what I mean? I thought, man, I need to learn all these different things. These things are going to take time to learn. How can I put myself in environments that will level up my skills one by one, thing by thing, for the biggest impact on my YouTube channel? And all that so that you level up your content, because all of this influences your content. And as The Rock told us, just focus on, I don't know if we go back, we can't, I'll try to read it from over here. The Rock told us success isn't overnight. It's when every day you get a little better than the day before, right? A little better. And then it all adds up. So just think about how can you level up your content little by little, because little by little, a little becomes a lot. 3 seasons entrepreneurs go through. Tip number 4. Tip number 4 of how to get more subscribers is you got to identify what season you're in. You got to identify what season you're in, and you got to be practical for the season you're in. So here's what I mean by this. There's 3 seasons every entrepreneurs go through that I can look back and see in hindsight now, right? The first season is the side hustle season. Let me know. You could tell me you maybe you've heard this before. There are 3 more, but maybe you're in the side hustle season. So let me know in the comments if you're in the side hustle season. That means, right? you have to make money somewhere else, make a living somewhere else, and you're doing this on the side, whatever it is you aspire to do on YouTube. The side hustle season. Let's go through them all. The second one is the solopreneur season. Eventually, you make enough money to quit your job and do this full time. But besides your little dog, Rosie, can you see her there? She's pretty small. Like, she's tiny. She's like as big as my calf in a brown sweater. Weird. Rosie, the dog. Solopreneur season. And to be fair, it was my wife and I, right? We go, she helps with a lot of behind the scenes. She helps with all our finances. She's like our CFO. You know, when you didn't even need a CFO. We don't even need a CFO. We don't have titles like really in our business. But she like, but solopreneur. So now you go full time, but like it's still brutal because you're like, geez, now I'm working like 80, 90 hours a week, at least on my passion. But gee, there's so much that goes into this. So if you even, what you don't want to do, let's talk about the third one. And then the third one's the scale season. At that point, when you could scale beyond being solo. These are definitely the three seasons. So let me know in the comments, which season are you in? Side hustle, solopreneur, scale season. Here's a big thing that I'm noticing a lot though for happening online. You know, you probably watch a lot of different people. You might watch Think Media, you watch whoever else, and a lot of people dispense advice, which is great, and a lot of advice is good. And I'm sure, in fact, almost all the advice is probably accurate. The problem is, if advice you hear online, it's not all relevant necessarily for your specific season. Big difference. So if you hear Gary Vee or some social media expert be like, look, man, you need to go all in on Instagram right now because otherwise you'll miss your opportunity. Maybe true. But here's the problem. If you're trying to grow your influence on YouTube all in, it's going to be really hard if you're in the side hustle season to also be all in on Instagram. And furthermore, it's going to be even harder if you try to be all in on like a whole bunch of different platforms. Too many of you are probably doing too much with your online brand if you're in the side hustle season. Furthermore, if you're in the solopreneur season, still not all the advice people apply would be relevant. Now, I'm not even speaking to a specific piece of advice. All I'm saying is you have to really contextualize where are you for the season you're in. So I was breaking the consistency rule 5 years ago on Think Media, but I was in a side hustle season. Like something had to give. I just did not have enough time in my life. Can I let you off the hook a little bit? Stop beating yourself up guilt-wise. If like you're not doing everything you wish you were doing, or you're not able to do everything you're comparing yourself to over here, same thing. I compare myself, by the way. There's probably a fourth season. It's probably called the super scale season. Gary Vaynerchuk, for example, a well-known social media expert guy who I like. Good book I recommend, by the way, Crushing It. I read Crush It in 2009. Had a lot to do with the trajectory we're on today. I read Crush It and then Think Media started. Weird. And then, you know, years later, but what's the point? Gary's got 19 full-time employees working on his personal brand. He's got 600 people in his agency. You know what I mean? So like he dispenses all this advice, and it's really good advice. I like his stuff, but you have to contextualize it. This is the whole point. Really recognize the season that you're in and put together a plan that's relevant for you for the season that you're in, right? 3 seasons entrepreneurs go through. And then if you're in the scale season, things are different too. Now you have a team. Now you're working with different ingredients. And so at the end of the day, you just definitely have to embrace the season you're in, but be smart for the season you're in. So what do you do in the side hustle season? Not everything. You can't do everything. You focus on just the things that'll move the needle the most. Look, if you only have, 10 hours a week to grow your YouTube channel, you can still do it. It probably takes that much time. I mean, let's be fair. If you want to post a video every week, you probably need to do it that much time. But like if you only have 10 hours a week, you can't do everything in 10 hours. So you have to focus on the most high value tasks, the most high impact video ideas. Maybe you want to make 10 video ideas. You got a list of 10. But maybe you can't make all 10 because you're in the side hustle season. Just make 2 and focus on making those 2 really, really, really great. You follow me? Side hustle, solopreneur, and scale season. Tip number 5, strategy. Tip number 5, strategy. Well, that's not a strategy. Strategy is not a strategy. Well, it kind of is, and here's what I mean. Checkers versus chess, right? We've talked about this a few times in the past, but this is really important to me because I like to think and I like to say this. If you wanted to win on YouTube in 2010, if you were playing checkers, you could win. Checkers is a hard game. There are millions of moves in checkers, millions of combinations. But really, you know, you just go down, jump people. The only piece you can get beyond the normal piece is a king. Or is it a queen? Yeah, king me? I don't know. I forget. So that's checkers. Well, what's chess? Chess is different, right? It's a more strategic game. Checkers does take strategy. Chess takes more strategy. So in 2010, you could win on YouTube if you were playing checkers. Good title, decently entertaining content. There wasn't as much content as there was out there. Good thumbnail, a couple of the basics, you'd win. If you want to win in 2018 and beyond, you need a whole nother level of strategy. Like, it's not enough to just work hard. You also have to work smart and really smart. Like, and I'm not trying to say there's some like, you know, crazy thing. I'm just saying that like, you can't just do the basics. You need the angles. You got to find white space. You got to be playing. You got to be niching down. You got to be looking for those strategic video ideas. You got to be playing chess, not checkers. And check this out. There's millions of moves in checkers. There's infinite moves in chess. I don't even know how that's possible, but I was doing some research. You know that after just 2 moves, there are 72,000 positions after 2 moves that could happen next. After 3 moves, there's 9+ million positions that could happen next. And then after that 4th move, there's 288 billion different positions. Why do I say all that? Because if you want to win on YouTube, you got to be playing your positions, man. You got to have a plan. You got to have a strategy. You got to be thinking, how can I be different? How can I be different than the crowd? How can I play a game at a different level? How can I work not just harder, but smarter? How can I have a deeper level of strategy? How can I see what's happening in culture, in my niche, in my topic? How can I position myself different? Where is it less crowded? Where is my unique space of genius? How do my particular skills, background, gender, ethnicity, how can I use all those things to my advantage? How can I be working on some strategies that people don't even know about? Why they think they know what I'm doing? I'm about to do something else. You know, you're so 2008. I'm like 3000 and late. Did I slaughter that line? I don't know. Black Eyed Peas. You got to be thinking future. You got to be thinking strategically and diving into deeper strategies. And to say that, since we've already been going for an hour, right? This comes to our big announcement, so we'll do some Q&A. I'm pumped to hang out. 500,000 celebration, but if you're interested in some deeper strategies, that's why you're watching this, we have a new free live masterclass coming up. Link in the description below if you want to register to masterclass.live. Brand new training that we're going to be talking about some strategies for 2018. Now, if you've been on a past masterclass, they're good. Like, people love them. There's a lot of good stuff on them. This is a new one, and it's different than any of the ones we've done in the past before. So we do have one that's out. That's great right now. It's actually on replay. People have been watching that. This is different. So if you want to register for that, you're interested in some deeper strategies, right? Some deeper level of strategies, to masterclass.live. Link in the description below. And that brings us to our 500,000 subscriber giveaway to celebrate, really, you guys. And again, from my heart, I just want to thank you for being a part of this channel, being a part of this community, for your attention here. Seriously, if you've ever watched a video, if you've ever clicked that like button, which, by the way, if you're watching this right now, can you smash that like button? If you've ever left a comment, if you've ever done a super chat, if you've ever, you know, like anything, if you've ever watched a second of my content, I seriously am humbled and grateful, because I totally recognize, like, if you weren't here right now, like if this wasn't happening, I wouldn't be doing this full time. Like, this would not exist. It only exists because of you. And so I'm super grateful. So we wanted to do a really cool giveaway to celebrate 500,000 subscribers. And here's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be giving 5 memberships to Video Ranking Academy away. 5 memberships for 500,000 subscribers. You can enter at thinkgiveaway.com. And Video Ranking Academy is our signature program. Currently, the retail price is a $600 value. It's like a mini college course on crushing YouTube. And it is the fundamental step-by-step strategy that I was doing 5 years ago when you saw those videos with all those views. It was how I grew in the side hustle season. It's also how I grew as a solopreneur and was able to get enough revenue and growth to then go to the scale season. It is our program. People love it. And just in case you've never heard of it or don't know what it is, this is actually inside the membership area. We're giving 5 memberships away to Video Ranking Academy. You can enter at Think Giveaway. And so it is a deep dive training. You can see all these. This is inside the membership area. So what it is an online course where it goes through step by step how to reverse engineer YouTube success, how to research videos, how to record like your videos, like what to say in them, different modules in there, how to release them the right way. That goes into all like the tagging, titles, all that kind of stuff. How to rank videos, that's so they show up in search. Anything from the ranking signals to advanced ranking strategies to watch me rank a video in real time. And literally moment for moment, we release a new video, you watch me do a few things, and then you watch the video rank in real time. So it's like really cool, right? So it's a complete program. Module 6 that we go through 10 different ways to make money on YouTube and break down how to do that. Also module 7, repeat and rocket to success. A lot of tips and strategies for how to, be consistent and actually repeat the process over and over and scale it, as well as all kinds of bonuses and stuff too. This is all inside of the membership area of Video Ranking Academy, all these bonuses and training and things like that, right? So we want to give away 5 memberships, a $600 value. And if you go to Think Giveaway, you can enter this contest, and it's going to go for a week. And we just want to give back, right? This course took a long time to create. It was built with a partner, business partner of mine, Heather Torres, and it is super deep dive, and people are absolutely crushing it. I mean, the testimonials, like people, by the way, are going full time. If you haven't heard, part of our mission is to help 10,000 people build a full-time income doing what they love with online video. And by the way, some people actually don't have ambitions to go full-time. Some people just want to make some side income. Some people want to maybe do YouTube part-time while they also freelance and film weddings or shoot photography, a bunch of different things. But we've helped around 25 people, whether that was adding additional revenue to their business or using YouTube to create more influence in their business, to scale it to a certain point, or actually going full-time as like a proper YouTuber. People like Justin Coe or Jennifer Moore and these different people that have gone through the program have had massive results. But anyways, we want to just give those away. So we want to give away 5 of those. thinkgiveaway.com. If you're interested in something like that, definitely register for that giveaway. And you have a few days to win. And with that, we are going to jump into some Q&A. So thanks so much for being here. Excited to vibe. And let's dive into the Q&A. Jania, thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate you. By the way, for Q&A, if you do super chat, we will definitely get your question. If not, though, we'll get your question regardless, or we'll try to. And we'll start with a couple questions. So I have McKenna helping me on the Think Media team. Awesome Las Vegas vlogger, her and her husband, Kyle and McKenna. Check out their stuff. We did a great interview with them over on Video Influencers. But she's helping me, so you might see her in the live chat. Let's see. Ribbons just says, how is the masterclass different than the academy? Well, the masterclass is free, by the way. So the masterclass is like this one's going to be like an hour-long training. It's just a free training of deeper dive strategies where we can dive into things. You're over my shoulder, more Q&A. A lot like this. I kind of put these slides together today. We're celebrating 500K today. And so we really it's like a real class, but it's free. The academy is about a day. Like, it'd probably take you 2 days to go through, but I guess if you took like a long day, like it's about 60 videos. The main content, there's a lot more bonus content, but the main content's about 60 videos. It'd probably take you about 20 hours to go through. Does that make sense? So that's a deep dive academy. That's also why it's a $600 academy. So anyways, that's kind of how they're different. Adria says, will you summarize the 5 points again? Yeah, absolutely. So the 5 points that we went through, let me look at them, are number 1, clarity, right? If you want to get more subscribers this year and grow your influence on YouTube, you need to be clear who you are, what's your value proposition, how you're helping people, what value you offer. Number 2, consistency, but just being consistent and realistic to your season, right? And so being consistent, I think once a week is a good minimum for YouTube. But let me also show you somebody who, Heather on our team who also does VRA for a good example. Let me show you her just because I think it proves the consistency point. And I also just mean don't give up, because there's something so powerful. Even if you can only get one video up a month or a quarter, maybe you can only do that for the next 3 years. But you're going to be so glad in year 4 when maybe you like lose your job and are making some income, which is actually, we don't have time for that. It's a whole nother story that happened to me when I lost my freelance clients. When something happens, you're going to be so glad you were building little by little, even if you can only upload videos every once in a while. So even consistency, look, Heather has been on YouTube for, well, a little over a year now, and she only has 26 videos out. So it actually adds up to about a video, 26 videos, about 2 a month during her year. So that was like how consistent she was, if that makes sense, right? But what's crazy is from doing Video Ranking Academy, we can look at her stats here, is growing by 300 subscribers a month, getting about 10,000 views a month, and her last video was a month ago, right? Why? Because these videos, look how many views she gets, because the videos rank in search. So she gets views while you snooze, so her channel grows on autopilot. I'm just saying that it is what consistency means. So we're recapping the points. Like putting out consistent strategic quality content, even if you can only do that once or twice a month, even if like me, you can only do it like once a month and then like 3 months pass. But if they're good videos, like working on quality over quantity, they can have a big impact. Okay, recapping the points. Tip number 3. So tip number 1, let me do it rapid fire. Clarity. Increase the clarity. More clarity means more power and more influence. Increase the consistency. Do your best, but put out quality. And quality is more important than quantity in my opinion. Consistent, strategic, quality content. Tip number 3 is work on your content itself. And just like The Rock told us, work on making it a little bit better each day. You might be like, man, my video quality sucks today, and it will still suck tomorrow, but it won't suck in 3 years if you keep working on it, right? If you make it a little bit better, by the way, if you make your videos 1% better every time you shoot a video, after the next 100 videos, they'll be 100% better. But for my math whizzes, you thought about that, because I thought about that, and I don't know if you thought about this, but actually, it's actually not 100 days because you're stacking the percentage. So it's like 34 days. Maybe somebody knows the math. Tell me in the comments. It would actually, you know what I mean? Like you're already 1% better. So by day 2, did I just confuse us all? What's the point? Seek on getting just a little bit better each day, each video. And then you'll look back after 3 years and be like, geez, my stuff's awesome now. Because you kept on making it a little bit better, right? Tip number 3 is level up your content and then think about what skills you need to learn. Tip number 4 is embrace the season you're in. And don't take advice from a wrong season and apply it to your season. Make sure you contextualize strategies for the season you're in. If you only have 10 hours to work on your YouTube channel, you should be doing it probably differently than I do. By the way, I still work. We have a team. I'm still hustling, because I love what I do. By the way, it doesn't even feel like work because I love what I do. But shoot, got up at like 7 a day. It's 7 right now. We're still live, right? It's a 12-hour day so far. And we definitely, our life's on our own terms. We can do what we want when we want. But I love what I do. What's the point? I am embracing the season. But if you compare your output to, again, my output, now that I've got a team and I'm able to focus on this full time, that's the point of seasons. Just be realistic about your season and embrace the season that you're in, not comparing it to somebody else's season. And tip number 5 is strategy. Get advanced strategies. And one of the things to do that for, because you can't just be playing chess. You can't just be playing checkers. You got to be playing chess. And that is also why we're going to be doing an upcoming masterclass. And so if you're not registered for that, tubemasterclass.live, it's in about, depending on when you're watching this, it should be in about 2 weeks. Live masterclass. Okay. That was a recap of the questions. A couple super chats to come in. Thank you so much. Casual unboxing. Big fan of the channel. Helped a lot initially when choosing cameras and lighting. Thanks so much. Thank you, Casual Unboxing. Appreciate it. Do you get better lighting quality with a 4K intensity over the cam link? I have a cam link set with the G7, tad bit of noise. Great question. I can't speak to it. But I just leveled up my lighting. So this is on Thick Media is a video about module lighting. I have a triangle light. I can't use my webcam right now, but you can see the reflection of my light. Maybe you can't. So I think that the lighting should improve that, Repzilla, and probably not the cam link, but I don't know. I don't think noise would come from the cam link. I think it's either going to see the signal or not, my opinion. I don't think noise would be introduced later on. I think it's a lighting situation. And maybe, you know, have your ISO as low as you can go. Make sure that your ISO is like 100 or 200 with enough lighting. Gritty World, thanks for the value. You're very welcome. Appreciate you. Thanks for the super chat. Philemon's Lawn Care, thank you for the super chat. I've been on YouTube a few months doing lawn care. I hit 1,400 subscribes, but I feel like I'm running out of ideas to keep growing. Okay, so here's what I'd recommend. That's a great question. Now, if you are running out of ideas, so let me see what your channel is all about here. So here is Pleeman's Lawn Care. I also see you're doing vlogs. A couple things I would do here is I would never lead with vlog 17 2018, because think about it, that is insider language just for your audience. I would lead with like trimming shrubs, prepping for mulch. I also might not even say that they're vlogs. Like, now maybe they are, but what is your goal here? Is it to have people watch your day and learn from you? And is it a vlogging channel, or is it actually like a lawn care channel? And your answer to that question can, whatever it is, here's my ideas. Here's what I would do. I would actually Google it, and I would say, I would study a handful of different things. This applies to everybody. I would actually order the best-selling books on lawn care. For the 10 to 30 bucks it would take you to buy like the top 3, and I would read them, and I would take ideas out of them. Now, you're already doing it, so the ideas probably wouldn't, it's not like stealing ideas. You'd be like, oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. You know what I mean? Highlight video ideas out of the books. This applies to everybody. Like, get the top 3 books in your industry or your niche. You're gonna get so many video ideas out of there. I'm serious, right? Also, if there's like a magazine or a website about lawn care, maybe blogs about lawn care blogs. Hey, go take their ideas. Sean, that's stealing. Not really. Like, lawn care is lawn care. You're just looking for the priming idea. You know, I don't know. Here, let's go to this blog. Now, these are probably trying to build, but like, why is your cat eating grass? So there's an idea. Maybe you're like, oh yeah, I know why my cat's eating grass. Maybe not. You know what I mean? But like, go research on Google and pull those ideas into 9 proven ways to save water in your garden. That's a great idea, and it's a great title, right? And you might be like, oh yeah, I could do some water. You know, does that make sense? So if you dive into some blogs and you dive into some books and you do some research online of other people putting content out there, and then you capture those ideas and you go, oh yeah, I've got some information about that, you should refill your video idea pipeline, I would think. And then you also just might need to take a break. I found that sometimes when you're grinding in YouTube hardcore, you need to just take a break and do something else. Like, be creative, go on a walk, go someplace you've never gone before, go on a special date or whatever. Give yourself some margin, and then you'll let your brain refresh and more ideas could flood in. There's a couple tips. I hope they help. Jania, super chat, thank you so much. How does being a graphic designer advantage for the YouTube game? It's a huge advantage. So an advantage I had and have is, I don't know, maybe you think our thumbnails are okay. I think they're pretty good. I mean, I'm trying to always level them up. I design all our thumbnails, and I still do that. And someday I hope to delegate that, but I'm meticulous about it because it's a big deal. So your advantage of already having some graphic design skills is a huge advantage. You also already know Premiere. So what was my point? I learned graphic design because I was interned at a church, and I started making flyers, and I started learning Photoshop, and I was trained there. So I use that as an ancillary tip for people watching. Where could you intern, work, change jobs, volunteer out that would fill in your skills? So rolling into like 2010, I already knew Photoshop because of that. I had learned Premiere because of that. And so I just want to encourage you, that's similar to my story. You're coming into one of the biggest hurdles for a lot of people is they might even be good on like camera. They're like, all right, I'm ready to talk. I'm ready to like share some content, but I don't know how to use a camera. I don't know how to design thumbnails. I don't know how to use Premiere. So like all of us probably have strengths and weaknesses. Maybe, you know what I mean? So you're coming into this with the strengths of Photoshop, design, Illustrator, which is also going to help you on social media graphics, YouTube cover images, all these other things. But then what you might need to work on, typically as designers ourselves who are on computers, I wasn't on camera as much. So I had to level up my communication skills. I had to, in the real world and on video, practice. I didn't really like that and keep working at it. That's what I would say. Neens Catudo, thank you for the super chat. Repzilla, thanks so much for the super chat. I got the G7 because of your vid. Grew from 200 to 16K in a year from listening to the bro. Appreciate you. Dude, that's a big win right there, right? Man, 200 to 16K. Pound it. Living the Keys life. Curious to know better ways to tag videos to gain views and possibly rank. I think your thumbs and titles are good, but I don't think they're as visible as we should do. So the key for finding some tags, right? And we could go more into this, but let's say we wanted to find some lawn mowing tags. Here's what I would do. Let's actually like look on here. What I would do if I had this lawn care channel, I would actually start off with this. I'd go lawn care. And these predictions is what I would start with, right? And I might go lawn care tips, okay? So like these are all video ideas, right? This is YouTube predicting what people are actually searching for. So I might make a video called lawn care tips and tricks. And I would definitely, I definitely would. If I had a lawn care channel, I would also maybe do organic lawn care tips. That's a different audience. Talk about some different products, maybe organic lawn care. So these are video ideas we're getting right now. And then what you also could do is you could go lawn care. You can go underscore before, and you can actually put that keyword into a sentence. How to start a lawn care business would be a good one. So then what you might do is like, that's your video. That's going to probably be your title. Hey, by the way, G Packard. So different people, clear, how to start a lawn care business today. It's probably one reason why he's ranking is because of the good title that people are actually interested in. Tips for starting a lawn care business. Then what you want to do, see, like this is actually a good example. We could see his tags because of vidIQ here. And actually, by the way, I highly recommend vidIQ. I use vidIQ Boost, and full disclosure, they are a sponsor. They're not really a sponsor. Well, that didn't really work. But if you go to vidIQ, they're like a partner. They're a friend. I don't know. This actually is not an affiliate link, but this is a way to get either a free plan or just to make sure you sign up. Go to Think Media. Go to vidiq.com/think, and if you want, and then it gives you a promo code for a paid account. But anyways, that's important because all of that is that. So that's vidiq.com/think. Free account, vidIQ. That helps you like see people's tags. Second tag issue here is all of these. Like this is a horrible tag. How to, horrible. Because like you're not going to rank for how to. You're not going to rank for mechanic. You want to use long tail tags. So one thing you could always do is you could also like just look at my videos. Like how to grow on YouTube. Do I rank for that? I'm like all confident. So, I mean, like notice my tags here, longer tail tags. You're going to see that. And so, and oh my gosh, holy, if that video is a little testimony about ranking. Are these really, in the blue numbers, if what number you rank, it's like number 1 for all these tags. That's got to be a fluke. Let's refresh it. I've never seen ranking that good. I mean, I pride myself on being pretty good at ranking, but I don't know about that good. Okay. I mean, whatever you see, you do a search. You let me know what you guys see. So there's a few tips in there though. Like you're not going to rank for like just one word tags. You're not going to rank for had to. You want to do tags that people are searching for that stack on the relevancy of the one message of the video that you're doing. And for more on that, there's actually a masterclass you can watch right now at tubeinfluence.com, TUBE influence.com. It's a replay of our masterclass that's more about ranking. The one that's actually coming up is different. So it's confusing, right? Tubemasterclass.live. That's the one that's coming up. If you go to Tube Masterclass, so I'm all over the place now, but if you go to tubemasterclass.live, it'll bring you here, and you can see that this new masterclass is coming up with some new fresh content. Nines Catudo says, Thanks for the super chat. Believe it or not, your tips in your class grew our cat channel in 3 months. You're absolutely right. Success is in the research, even for a cat channel. Congrats on 500. Thank you so much. Thank you for the super chat. And I like this because what's fascinating to me is congrats on your growth. But also I want everyone to hear this. We are in the second quarter of 2018 at the time of recording this live stream. And Nines Catudo has grown their channel in the last 3 months. People sometimes wonder two things. Is it too late to start YouTube? Of course not. Number two, you know how crowded the cat niche is on YouTube? Like, it should be impossible to grow a cat channel. But that's the good news. Anybody can still grow if you're not playing checkers, but you're playing chess. You got some strategies. Congrats, Nines Catudo. Appreciate it. Let's hit some more questions. I'm prioritizing super chat, by the way. So guys, Matt Kenna is getting me these other questions as well. So here's one from Andy. How do you compete with the bigger channels if you're a small channel? You just compete. I mean, Think Media, I was doing it on the side. Why MKBHD was getting a zillion subscribers, right? Why other guys were doing it full time, and I couldn't compete with their time or their energy or their season of life. But I just did my best. So how do you compete with the big channel? You just compete. There's plenty of stories of the underdog winning, but how do you win? If David's fighting Goliath, you're not trying to go up against him with strength. You're going up against him with some stones and a slingshot, because that's your unique angle. That's your unique way of taking on a challenge that's bigger than you. And even if you're David with no armor and no size and no strength to your advantage, you have to find your advantage, your angle, your niche, and that speaks to being more strategic. And I know I didn't answer your question directly, but just for sake of time, I encourage you to register for the tubemasterclass.live, because it's actually where we're going to be talking about stuff that's, by the way, some of our other masterclasses and even Video Ranking Academy is pretty advanced. And it's not necessarily the stuff that everyone should start with. We're going to be getting into some real basics. You especially want to be at tubemasterclass.live if you're curious, how do I grow from scratch? How do I break my first 1,000 subscribers? Or how do I break my first 10,000? If you're in that range, you do not want to miss that masterclass. Jacob asks, how do you increase your self-confidence in your YouTube videos? I mean, Jacob, I think you got to do it a lot. I think one of the things that we see, it's called the confidence competence loop, right? So confidence, competence. I don't know how to spell competence, right? So I just kind of scribbled it. And what they discovered, this is in psychology, they discovered that it's like a loop like this, and it's like an infinity loop that just grows and grows and grows and grows. So actually, the reason if you are good at something, it loops back and it gives you more confidence. And then when you have more confidence, you actually try new things and you will step out more, and you actually will do more things and you'll step out more, so you'll grow in more competence, because if you do it more, and then if you get even better, you're like, man, I'm getting better at this. So it gives you more confidence. And then you have more confidence, so you try more things, you step out more. Does that make sense? And it loops. Here's the problem. When you have neither of these things, you're like, well, yeah, but I don't have any confidence and I'm not good at it yet. What do? You start. You start the loop. You just start going. You start and you're like, so what's up, guys? I guess this is the first Sean Thinks vlog. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm going to try to do this every day, which I didn't. And I'm not going to be energetic or entertaining, although maybe sometimes I will, right? What did you do? You just start. So that's what I got to encourage you to do. Start and, keep watching Think Media. I hope that I help you build your competence and confidence, because you're learning and you're getting encouragement. You're in a good environment where people encourage you. That matters. A lot of the other things matter, but you really just got to start posting. Because here's kind of the thing. Get 100 videos posted. Like, that should be the new, I don't know, we need to do a challenge or like a movement, like hashtag 100 videos or like 100 emoji sign, or like, let's get 100 videos posted. Why? Not because you want to get 1 million views. And I know you do. We all do. But get 100 videos posted, because it's not until 101 that you're actually going to even start the game. I actually believe that. I believe it doesn't even start till you're at 101. And then it doesn't even start till you're 300. And then it doesn't even, you know what I mean? Always a beginner. You gotta put out like 99 bad videos to put out one decent video. And by the way, there's exceptions to the rule. All you guys are doing cool stuff on the journey, but you just gotta start, and then your confidence and your competence grows in a loop, and you pick up more momentum as you go. Raphael says, at first glance, what's wrong with my channel? I need the channel length, man. See if McKenna can get me for that, and get that for me. And thanks so much for the super chat. Manny says, would you say that's a good idea to keep posting content until I find my niche and type of content that I want to make for YouTube? Yeah. So here's the good news about not having clarity, right? If you don't have clarity yet, because I said clarity is power, and I want you to have clarity, but if you don't have clarity yet, then just start. And so, like I said, I have a couple of failed, quote unquote, YouTube channels. But this one, Sean Thinks channel, and don't be deceived, it does have a lot of subscribers. I mean, 78,000 is not too bad, but it's like dead. And that happens algorithmically. Channels can die. So there's that first video. And so here's the point. One of the good things about this Eminem freestyle from Red Robin with the Red Robin bird, that's a decent episode of Sean Thinks, just to put that out there. You know, it's just random stuff. But here's kind of what I mean about 100 videos. We vlogged for a while. I did some recipes in here. Ziplining in Fremont, Shin Ramen recipe, reviewed places. Like, it's all over the place. But here's my point, is that all of the lessons I learned in all these micro experiences, and actually, by the way, actually made some seriously good money on this channel too. Like, for instance, even a little bit of AdSense, because some of these cooking videos got 250,000 views, you know, some of things like that. This cooking video got some big views. But then eventually I started to like really learn about ranking and started to do videos like the gift ideas for him and things like that were really connected to affiliate marketing. So here, still doing like weird, or I'm just doing vlogs and all this kind of stuff. A couple more recipes. I just hope this has encouraged you. By the way, this is not what you should do. This is a good example. So then I do videos like this. They'd be these experiments. Verismo pods. Do CBTL pods work in Starbucks Verismo? Look at the ranking. Verismo pods cheap, ranks number 1. Do CBTL pods work in Starbucks Verismo? This is worth talking about. So because I learned about ranking, a friend gifted us this little coffee maker right here, number 1. Got it? I'm going to turn some lights on. And so then I was like, all right, well, you got to buy pods from Starbucks. They're expensive. Then I went to a friend's house, and the friend was like, and they had a Verismo, same machine as me. I open up the drawer to get coffee, CBTL pods. I'm like, what the heck? These work in Verismo? They're like, yes, they do. You get more coffee options, and they're cheaper. I was like, you're blowing my mind. But then I was like, I knew about affiliate marketing. I knew about ranking. And I was like, I wonder if people search this. So I was like, okay, well, let's see if people are curious. Verismo pods cheap. Cheapest. Oh, interesting. There's the title. Verismo pods cheap. What else? Do CBTL pods. Oh, people are actually searching for this phrase. Well, there's my title. Boom. Rank it. Boom. Amazon link. Now, and actually since then, this video gets 2.2 views an hour. Every single hour, over 2 people watch this video. This video came out in 2014 in February, friends. That's insanity. 50 people a day watch this video. It came out in 2014. And number 1, the video adds value to people, because you're sitting there like, dude, do these pods work? I'm looking for some cheaper pods. Pow, Sean to the rescue. Hey, what's up, guys? I would love to help you figure out this question. Sure enough, they do work, and I'm here to demonstrate it for you. And you know what? I'll even have my friends taste it. Abby and Miguel, what do you think about you know what I'm saying? And then there's links in the description. So I sell coffee all the time. And if you know about Amazon affiliates, if someone clicks the link, you don't just get credit for what they buy. If they buy something else on Amazon, you get credit too. So one of the ways we scaled our income was we get so many clicks on Amazon links, 50% of the stuff people buy is not even stuff we recommended. Right? So someone clicks the link, Starbucks for Smell, they're like, okay, cool. Well, I don't need new coffee pods right now, but I do need to upgrade my camera. Boom, they buy a camera. Boom, you get commissions. One of my favorite stories was the $1,500 gold coin. I didn't know Amazon sold gold coins. I've never done a video about gold coins, but I log into my account. I had a $186 commission off Amazon affiliates because of having so many links out there. So this is a rabbit trail off of this whole question about doing random stuff. But I think the cool thing is, if you put out smart strategic, did you see the levels of strategy? Let me know in the comments if you learned anything or thought any, if you have any questions about that particular case study, and there's like nuances to it. But that's where, if you're being more strategic, you can be adding value, helping people out, sharing your answers, and making money. In this case with affiliate marketing, this one video has been extremely lucrative. And it's important to know that the way I was able to quit my job and go full-time on YouTube was not YouTube ads, was just affiliate marketing off Amazon.com by doing things like this over and over and over again. What are we talking about now? Living the Keys life. $10. Thanks for the super chat. Would you take a look at our channel? Brief opinion of the thumbnails. Living the Keys life. It does make sense to me, especially when I see you guys. I would love it to say like what it is. So maybe one statement. It seems you're in the Florida Keys. Is it a vlog? Is it tips? I just don't see that on this homepage. So that's just my first thought. I like what you're doing. Furthermore, I do like your thumbnails. You're getting great views, actually. So what's encouraging from what I'm seeing on your channel here, do more of what you're doing. Let's check out your stats here. vidIQ helping us just to be able to peer behind the hood of yours. Growing 300 subscribers a month, 41,000 views a year. Just for everybody, if you have numbers like this, you want to be really encouraged if this is the level you're at, because what you have is you have proof of concept, you have evidence of growth, you have evidence that what you're doing is working. What you want to do is keep working it and making it better. And I think you might know that, but I just want to encourage you guys, like, this is a big deal. Like, if you're growing 300 subscribers a month, you're getting 41,000 views. Now you just want to be thinking about, how do I scale that? Like, small tweaks can lead to giant peaks. What are your top 10 videos would be a question I'd ask you. What are your top 10 videos in analytics in the last 30 days and your top 10 videos in analytics in, say, the last 6 months or a year? What can you learn from those top 10 videos and make more winners? Identify your past winners and make more of them. As far as your playlist could use help. Playlist titles should also be titled like videos. Like boating is not a very good title. Fun stuff and events. Now, sometimes people make their playlists more for organizing their own content. You could just peer under the hood of Think Media's playlist and see maybe, these are actually Sean Thinks, even these, best Christmas gifts 2017 gift ideas video series. This spoke to the line. This was like a sequence of like this whole gift ideas thing was like my niche for a while. Like I was like the gift ideas guy on Sean Thinks. Ultimately, though, it wasn't like a good brand, and the brand is all over the place, whatever, but it did work kind of in the short term. Anyways, playlist game. Think about your playlist game. Then as far as your thumbnails, I like the red and the white. It pops. I think it's too small. You either need to go way bigger with text or like not do text. Like, I guess I can kind of read this one, but Brews and Beats and Beer Fest, Key West, Florida. So here's another tip. You don't need to repeat what you say in the title. Your thumbnail and your title are complementary. They don't need to be copies. They need to be complementary, not copies. So for instance, this is a good example. A lot of these would probably be good examples. This has been happening a lot on YouTube, this error. So I've got this video, Rokinon 14 millimeter, whatever it is, we'll get there. Super long title, budget wide angle lens for Canon full frame, Rokinon 14 millimeter. That would be too much text. So what I've been trying to think about lately, this is a good example, Canon M50 review, straight up, clear 3 words, best vlogging camera 2018. Does that make sense? A lot more can happen in the title. So you could say, And to be honest, this is not a very good title. Now, I don't mean that to be mean. Like, no one's searching for this. So this is not a rankable title. This title could only serve your maybe Beer Fest in Key West. That would actually be a great thing to rank for. Not a lot of search there, but I might lead with that. I mean, brews plus beats, if that makes sense. So that's like a subscriber video, you know, clearly, probably. Offshore trolling in Florida Keys is much better. Dolphin encounter, you could say like live dolphin for the guy who doesn't know how to spell and made it this far. Made it to 500 subscribers, 1,000 without knowing how to spell. Live dolphin video. You know, I don't know. Like what are people searching that might want to find dolphins? Just a thought there. And then again, study your winners. The other way to study your winners would not just be your top 10, but your top like 15 most popular videos. Like these ones, what about them, you know, really stood out? Some of them could just be age. It's a few tips that I would definitely recommend. Okay, let's see. Drex LTG, thanks for being here. Is there a free software to create text and font logo? Canva.com. Canva.com, you can create text and font. Also Fiverr.com. Fiverr for somebody will design a logo for you for cheap. Archie says, could you provide a tip to push my channel forward? I'm still looking for my direction. I need your link, man. Let's see here. With a twist, send out the super chat, $2. Can you critique my channel? We probably can't really dive into channel reviews here, but a couple things. You know, maybe I also can't relate to this as much, but let's I think it can help a lot of people. You know, with a twist, life with a twist. What does that mean? You need somebody to maybe say that to you. Maybe to just help you think differently. I don't even understand what you're doing. But here's the rule, and here's the principle for everybody. The 5-second rule. When someone lands on your channel, you got 5 seconds in 2018 for it to either make sense or not. Like, is it gaming? Is it a vlog? Is it a fashion channel? Is it cooking? What am I going to learn? What am I going to watch? Daily video. I mean, even if it's entertainment. By the way, like it could be random. It should say like daily random crazy videos. Because if it's random, then tell me it's random. And then maybe I want to follow a random channel. Make sense? What is it? What's happening? Who are you? Are you a twist? You're a twist? We'll go here. I'm a YouTuber who wants to share his experience with the world on this channel. You'll see stuff like storytelling, challenges, reviews, vlogs, art, travel, and much more. Let me challenge you here. By the way, I think you could be possibly doing the best thing possible, which is experimenting, learning, finding your voice, working out your YouTube channel. You go back to my early Think Media, Sean Think stuff, same thing. All over the place, but keep in mind everything we just talked about. Storytelling, challenges, reviews, vlogs, and art. So like what human, if you're like at a networking event, you're at a carnival, you're at a festival, and you walk up to somebody and they're like, I'm looking for a new YouTube channel to subscribe to. Maybe there's like 10 people and they're like, I want to interview all 10 of you. I'm only going to subscribe to one. What are you going to tell them? You're like, all right, subscribe to my channel. Here's what you're going to get there. You're going to get some like storytelling. You're going to get some like challenges. You're going to get a little bit of art. There's going to be some travel vlogs. And there's also going to be, you know, some reviews. And so that way you can subscribe and like know what you're subscribing for and what you'll get. Now, I hope that I'm not trying to be like super hardcore, but I do want to help you. There's something really easy to subscribe to when you plant your flag around a certain niche or a certain pitched value. Even if that value is entertainment, you could potentially brand yourself around that as well. Josh says, $10 super chat. Thank you so much. Star Stuff says, thoughts on my channel, Star Stuff. No more channels after this one, but I also don't have your channel. Maybe I can find Star Stuff. I don't know if this is it, though. So if I don't have the link, I can't do it, but I do appreciate the super chat. I'm showing you my questions, Doc, that McKenna's helping me with. Okay, cheese and candy. How do I get more subs? Starting out with vacation videos, but I want to do fishing and snowboarding. Should I start 2 separate channels? I've personally thought, dude, you want to create I thought about this. You want to create a snowboarding channel that would crush. Also, who has the money to do this? But I was thinking, nobody has been like the guy that reviews the mountains. That like And you could just start local. Just review your own mountains. Like the tips about Stevens, but this is for me because I was a snowboarder. Stevens Pass, Baker, like the Washington resorts. Make your resorts. You do that for a while. You don't have to be good at snowboarding. Maybe just good enough. Like you're not trying to like do tricks and stuff. You're just like the helpful guide for people that are checking out new resorts. You do that for a while and you bootstrap it. Eventually you start getting free lift tickets all day long. They're like, wait a minute. Like this person just does like full on channel reviews of our resorts. Of course we'll give them free lift tickets. You know what I mean? And different incentives. So I think think about that. A pitched snowboarding channel. Learn tips about snowboarding, the best resorts, the best gear. That's really clear. If I'm a snowboarder and I vibe with you, I want to subscribe. If then you're like, but it's also about fishing. I don't want to watch the fishing part. Personally, I'm just not into fishing right now, but I'm in it. Does that make sense? So yeah, like they should be two different channels. Unless you're like an everything outdoors vlog channel. And then here's your challenge. You just have to find an audience that wants all the different stuff, and they maybe fall in love with your personality. Growing a vlog is a little bit different. You're trying to get people to fall in love with your channel, with your personality, which is also harder to do. It's easier. People maybe love or hate you, but if you're helping them with like save money at snowboarding resorts, they'll get to know you because of the value you promise. They might actually start to like you, and then you could potentially vlog and they'd want to see more in your life. Just a few tips. Financial information. Can you take a look at my channel briefly? Unfortunately, no, but I do appreciate the channel, the super chat. Because we're not doing channel reviews today, we're just doing a couple questions. Casual unboxing. Sean, take a look at my thumbnails. Try different stuff, but not staying consistent. I'm not sure if they stand out. My gosh, this is the last one that we're doing just because we're not getting the actual channel links, but I just searched your channel. Okay, I'm glad you asked. I think they're too busy. I think you're too small. You're kind of off there in the distance. There's like kind of a lot happening. Some of them are not too bad, but they seem cluttered and busy to me. So I hope that helps. I think what we already talked about, less words. Like this could say like sand drawing machine. And then it could say Sandscript, the automatic drawing machine, the full title. Like it doesn't have to say every word. So it could say sand drawing machine. And you could show the thing off. You also may or may not need to show yourself, but you're right. It is good to see people in people's eyes. You could zoom in because you don't need this little thing of sand in front of you. Even my friend Nick Nimmin, right? He's way up in the, his grill's all up in these things, man. Look at this guy. Clear, clean, all up in your face with that URL. So again, you're like in the distance and there's all this gray spot there. So that could almost be, excuse me. You could really come into the frame. Look at me. This is a 1080 screen right here, right? Really think about your photography. Excuse me. Here we go. That thumbnail right here. Text could go right there. This is the shot composition, right? You start thinking about it. So you want to start thinking about how you take your photos and the nuances, like the distinctions that I think about in thumbnails of like, where's my finger go? What am I pointing at? Like, I just think about the little things. Where you want to be in relation to the camera, if a wide angle lens stretches you out or not, like all kinds of little things like that. I think you're on the right track. I also think having the fonts all over is a little weird personally to me. So here's the thing. I also just want to say this is great. Same thing. You've got momentum. You're clearly getting views. You're clearly getting traction 1% better. Every day get a little bit better. Thumbnails a little bit better. And by the way, I actually like this is clean up here. It just gets a little busier on the thumbnails themselves. Okay. Financial information. How does channel age matter? Financial information asked. Thanks for the super chat. You mentioned in past videos. Channel age. If you have two channels, if you're thinking about starting a new YouTube channel and you already have an old YouTube channel, I recommend you use your old YouTube channel because it has age, it has channel authority. But it really doesn't matter that much in the sense where like it's going to be the present content that matters most. But one of the mistakes I see people make is they worry about their channel URL or they want to start fresh. If you've got an old channel that has some subscribers and even views, you can make the videos private, but you can build off of that channel authority, which does matter. So that's what I mean for that. Unholiness says, thanks for the super chat. 2 months ago, what's the best place to gain exposure for a vlog channel? Can I talk today? Can I really share some stuff? Obviously, you're like, you have been. Please do. I don't think most people should try to grow with a vlog. I just don't. I think it's gonna be a long, hard road. Now, if you want to grow with a vlog, I still could give you some tips, but let's just break it down. You're starting from scratch. I'm not sure the quality of your vlogs. If you really, and right now, there are thousands, dare I say tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of people that want to vlog for a full-time living. So what you not only need is not only the subscribers and everything, but you need an audience that will support, that will watch your things, your videos. So keep this in mind. This will really help. Who is your target audience? Write this down. In fact, let's grab your notebooks, everyone. Come on. Even if you're not vlogging, like grab your notebook. Who is your target audience? I want you to write it down. Start typing on your phone. Who is your target audience? Like, tell me about it, and let me tell you who they should probably be. My target audience is what age? They're probably going to be around your age, because you're probably not going to get, let's say you're 20. I'm just going to go with that. You're probably not going to get a lot of like 55-year-olds watching your vlog. You're just probably not. Maybe, but you probably won't, right? So you're probably going to get, 16 to 24-year-olds, maybe 30-year-olds potentially watching your vlog. Mostly, the majority of that core audience. You might want to write that down. This age is probably who's going to vibe with my channel. Secondly, that needs to be that age group. And here's the other thing that they need to do. People who watch vlogs. That was a bomb. Like, wisdom bomb. I know nobody else is shouting and hollering and running around because you might not have even caught it. But it's a big deal. The only people who are going to watch your vlogs are people who watch vlogs. Sean, that's not a wisdom bomb. That you just, obviously, it's not that obvious. We have to think through this stuff. A lot of people don't watch vlogs. Like, I don't really watch vlogs. Kind of watching 368, like, which is really not a vlog. Like, it's really like at a whole nother level. Like, I can't think of vlogs I watch. I don't watch vlogs. I'm just not that into it. I watch them here or there. I mean, I watch Daily V, also kind of a vlog, but like, my gosh. You know what I mean? Like, so, but my point, therefore, I'm not your target audience. If you try to reach everybody, you're not going to reach, you end up reaching nobody. So again, now you have to say, I want to reach a certain age group that is from this age of people who watch vlogs, like who want to watch someone's life for 5 to 10 to 15 to 20 minutes a day. Now, people who watch vlogs can probably only watch a certain number of vlogs. I'm not trying to kill anybody's dreams. I'm trying to help you. Got it? So now the people who watch vlogs are already watching Peter McKinnon every week. They watch the Daily Bumps. They watch It's Judy Time. They watch, I don't know, like they watch whoever. They watch 368. They watch Sam. Who's your favorite vlogger? Tell me in the comments. Who do you actually watch? Tell me in the comments. Tell me in the comments. Who do you watch? Favorite vlogger. So now they watch how much a day? 30 minutes of vlogs a day? 60 minutes of vlogs a day? 90 minutes? So I just want you to have a realistic picture, and we should all think about this. I think I'm helping somebody. Can I get a like button or some comments or a super chat if like this is like maybe a moment, because I really feel like this could help people. So now you're trying to convince someone and get noticed to be like, yo, can you give my day a shot and check out 10 to 15 minutes of me being like, what up, squad fam? I'm about to eat some salad and go to the movies. Like, it's just a really hard pitch. And once you've defined that, now that's what you would build on. Does that make sense? And I'm trying to help everybody in Think Media, right? That's why I'm taking some time here. I take time on everyone. So, and my answer to your questions, and I will even answer your question, like what I would do if I was you. But what I would do if I was you first was I would actually create a niche channel. Like I would create a cooking channel or a tech channel and here's the thing, you might be like, well, tech's crowded too. Yeah, but like so many people are crushing it because there's so many products and it's more practical. People don't know you, but they do know they're looking for a review of the latest, DJI Spark drone. They do know that they're looking for a review of salmon. By the way, meanwhile, when I was doing Sean Thinks, we vlogged for 51 days. This is actually one reason why I probably learned this. Even though we got to about 2,000 to 5,000 views per video, I thought, my gosh, it is going to be such a long road to get this amount of views to the place where this would be sustainable. Such a long road. So I was like, I got to go niche. Vlog is just not going to work. And it was a big pivot that I made personally. Why? Because when I was vlogging, my wife and I, daily while having a full-time job, very hard to sustain, as you know. Can I get an amen from the vloggers? We got 1,000 views, 2,000 views, 3,000 views, 4,000 views, 1,000 views, 1,000 views. Vlogging, got it? But watch this. When we even made niche videos, barbecue corn on the cob in a husk, simple and easy, 2014 videos. Sean at a timeshare, just woke up from a nap looking like death. Don't know why I thought about shooting a video. It's not even this one. The one I really look like death is this shish kebab one. I'm trying to prove a point here, guys, that these niche videos, even if you have like a random channel, best Christmas laser lights. Oh, here's kebabs on the grill. There he is. Oh my gosh. Talk about getting ready for your YouTube video, just like devastated, I'm like pool all day, no shower, just got up from a nap. What's the point? This video has 241,000 views. My answer to your question is, if you want to get discovered, create niche value content that grows your influence. Do that for a while, build your influence up big, and then now that people are paying attention, maybe start a vlog. Phil DeFranco, big news channel on YouTube, 5 million subscribers. He vlogs now. Why do people watch his vlogs? Because he had a news show first. It's Judy time. Built up a makeup and beauty channel, hair tutorials, makeup tutorials. People paid attention because of those. Then eventually she's like, hey, check out my daily life. Boom, starts a vlog. It grows bigger than her beauty channel, but she got discovered in the first place because of a niche beauty channel that she then took over to vlogging. Is the point getting across? Am I helping anybody, and does that make sense? And then my last question is, if you are going to start a vlog, what would you do to get noticed? Your content's just got to be fire, man. You got to just think about how are you going to stand out. And if you can't stand out by doing better video production than like Peter McKinnon and Casey, which most people can't, then maybe you could do it from a different place. Can you vlog in Alaska? Well, no one's vlogging a lot. They are now. But like maybe no one is like showing the behind the scenes of what a like lifestyle in the military is like, or what lifestyle in Iceland is like, or what it's like being some kind of a niche. You need to figure out how to be different. Different is better than better in vlogging. But I would recommend not vlogging. I know I've been on this soapbox, and I hope I've been helping somebody. And we took a lot of time on that, but hey, there we go. 500,000 subscriber hangout, and I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank McKenna for helping me. By the way, McKenna, I know you have stuff to do. I'm going to keep vibing for a while, so if you ever have to go, you can go, because we're just hanging out. A couple things I want to promote. We are doing an upcoming masterclass, link in the description below. Brand new live masterclass, to masterclass.live. Definitely do that. And we are doing a special giveaway for 500,000 subscribers. We're giving away 5 memberships, celebrating 500,000 subscribers here on Think Media. Enter at thinkgiveaway.com. Link in the description below as well to that. And you can win a complimentary membership to our $600 signature program for growing your influence on YouTube. Influence income on YouTube by learning how to rank videos, as well as it's a pretty comprehensive program. It's got a lot in there. The Weekend Homestead, 4,000 subs currently, pushing by 10,000 by year's end. Good job. Any suggestions for a second year YouTube channel? I might challenge you to not start a second YouTube channel in the second year. Take it from someone who tries to run 2 YouTube channels, really more. Every once in a while we upload on those other ones. But even just trying to run Think Media and Video Influencers, even with the team, it's brutal. It's tough. It's fun. It's a blessing. I'm like, it's brutal. I just want to give. I'm like it comes out like Sean's about to have a breakdown. Running 2 YouTube channels is really hard. If you are at 4,000, and if you can hit 10,000 by year's end, scale to 100 before you start a second channel. If you're doing that good, get your channel to the place where like it's really like what happens is I think even if we get one thing working, this is, we're creatives. You're a creative. I'm creative. Here's our Achilles heel. One of them, too many ideas, too many projects, too many distractions, going too many directions all at once. Story of my life. Starting too many things, saying yes to too much. It's not about doing more. It's about doing less better. It's not about doing more. It's about doing less better. That's where I think your power will be. So anyways, I'd recommend that because I think with like views, affiliates, monetization, maybe work on building out, like I'm thinking that your thing is probably, homesteading. Maybe work out like a homestead, maybe write an ebook in that second year, maybe create a digital course, maybe like build something out that could scale your income more. And when you do that, then you could potentially launch off another channel. Whereas here's why I think running 2 YouTube channels makes sense. You need help, like to do it well. I've got help now. And because of growing one thing to a place of it being able to generate revenue so that there's margin, then you could start more stuff. Just one way to go about it. But totally up to you, of course, as it would be. Sup 3R FRTL PT42L. Sorry, I said your name wrong, but thank you for the super chat. Star stuff. Top 5 books you'd like to recommend. Number 1, Crush It by Gary Vee. I think this is a good read. Definitely read that. Jump into social. Number 2. Honestly, I wasn't going to go here, but since they're over here, this book, Influence, The Psychology of Persuasion, and the newest one, Persuasion, I'd recommend these for digital marketers, as YouTuber, like learning marketing and learning influence. Like this is a classic. Influence. Building a story brand, essential. Also, I'd recommend a book called Primal Branding. Oh, this is another good one. I would recommend this book, .com Secrets by Russell Brunson, because this is going to be a little bit more about the back end side of the business. We went through all these skills. Here's what's interesting, by the way, guys, and this is why we're committed. There's a lot to learn on this journey, and that's why we do this. That's like, my gosh, there's so many different things to learn, and so including mastering YouTube. You haven't mastered enough. At some point, especially if you want to do this full time, you got to build a business. Well, how do you even build a business? Start an LLC or start an S Corp, email marketing, revenue, the back end of how you're going to monetize your business, teamwork, leadership, all those kinds of things, right? And so this book's all about like funnels, like building, which is like a sales funnel. And if you really want to scale and build an online business, there's other layers. It's one thing at a time, but that's pretty good. Maybe if you're a little more, I would recommend this. Well, yeah, read it whenever you want. Those are some good ones. And then I also have one other angle I would go is honestly 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. And what's funny is it might not seem directly related to YouTube, but you're seeking to be an influencer online. What is an influencer? It's ultimately a leader. It's somebody who somebody follows. If you click subscribe, you're now saying I'm going to follow this person. Maybe I only follow them for cooking recipes, but they're a leader in your life for cooking, right? So we should all grow as leaders, and 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. It's something that will serve you in your job, on YouTube, in life. And hopefully you scale this stuff, or you want to scale this stuff, you got to know how to lead as well. So those are just a couple. Thanks for the super chat. FJ Reviews. I love your story. I love your content. Stop by to say thank you. Appreciate it. Blessings. Thank you. Sebastian, Sean, Josh, all the good super chats. Thank you. All right, guys, a couple more things. And as we round out to the top of the hour, thank you so much for hanging out and being here. Super great to vibe with you guys. If you've got value out of this video, can you smash the thumbs up button? And if you have not registered, we have a couple cool things coming up, right? And so just to put those to your attention, number one, we're giving away 5 memberships to VRA, a place that for sure will answer your questions about growing on YouTube. So enter that at Think Giveaway, link in the description below, celebrating 500,000 subscribers. And then also we have an upcoming masterclass, a brand new one, that is going to be most tailored to breaking the 1,000 subscriber barrier, the 10,000 subscriber barrier, or even if you're just starting, the 100 subscriber barrier. So go to 2masterclass.live to sign up for that. And I just want to thank you so much for hanging out and vibing here. I know we have a lot more questions that came in, and so we'll do future live streams. But more than anything, I just want to say thanks so much for being here. Thanks for signing up. Sherifer says this will be left on to watch later. Stacy, yeah, you can go back. If you're just joining at the beginning of this, we talked about 5 strategies that I've learned over the last, growing to 500,000 subscribers here on Think Media. And if you do watch the replay, you'll notice that it didn't have sound for when I played that video for a few minutes. Come on, done is better than perfect. We made some mistakes, but hey, that's going to be what it is. Casey, thanks so much for the feedback. Snake, thanks so much. Zen, thanks so much. Meganon, thank you. Really appreciate you guys. How do I access and make use of the community tab? I think you need 10,000 subscribers. That could be the answer, Sarah. You have to grow to a certain size to get the community tab, I think. So thanks so much for being here. Definitely enroll in the masterclass at TubeInfluence.live and enter that giveaway, because 5 people, lucky winners, are going to win access to our signature program for crushing on YouTube, the thing that has been the most responsible for growing the channel to where it is today. I just kept doing the same system. Took me years to refine it, perfect it, but eventually we put that into a program. About 15 people are part of that program. 1,500 people have been enrolled in that program. Crazy results people are getting, and so I just want to thank you so much for helping. Us cross 500,000 subscribers, guys. It's unreal. Like my mind's blown. Super grateful to be connected. Grateful for you that you're part of this community and that we're connected and wanted to do something to give back. And so enter that giveaway. It's a training you'll love at thinkgiveaway.com to be entered to win one of 5 all-access memberships to our signature course called Video Ranking Academy. It's a YouTube education program, an advanced YouTube education program. And if you want to check out other videos from Think Media, click or tap the screen right there. If you're not subscribed, definitely subscribe. And until next time, Think Media is all about bringing you the best tips and tools for building your influence with online video. Keep crushing it, and we will talk soon.